Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Gormon Productions Wrestling Podcast.
All right, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in to the Gormon Productions Wrestling Podcast Special Edition. And how special are we talking? We're going to talk SummerSlam. I want to throw out my predictions of the matches that I think they're going to produce, minus the ones that have already been announced, of course, and possibly even some outcomes of some of these matches that have been announced already. So let's take a look at what we got. All right, so first and foremost, obviously we've got the main event of Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar. Again, though, I'm a little disappointed that you've got Randy Orton technically on SmackDown and Brock Lesnar on Raw, meaning that you're probably not going to see the two of them in the same ring until SummerSlam. So in terms of lead-up, it's going to be a lot of video packages. The bigger question actually becomes, who are they going to let win this thing? You've got two big cocky attitudes outside of the ring, more so Brock Lesnar than Orton, but I genuinely think that they're going to let Orton take the win, given his medical leave for the past several months. So it's going to be interesting to see. Most here recently, big announcement, the new Universal Championship will be defended. Actually, not even really defended. Is going to be determined for the very first time. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. I really wish that I had the opportunity to post this prior to Raw, because I actually made the prediction that the Raw main event was going to be Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, but that's okay. I had no clue that there was going to be another championship thrown into the mix here. Coming out of that match, most likely going to be Seth Rollins. I think he earned his spot as the champion, and it was cut short. As much credit as I give Finn Balor, I think that this is the direction that they're going to go. Definitely Finn is somebody who can take that title from him in the future. Rolling over to the SmackDown side of things, Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler going for the WWE Championship. I'm a man of my of honor and honesty. I'll tell you, I honestly thought that they were going to throw Cena against Dean Ambrose, simply because of how close he is to tying Ric Flair for the championship. I think that when he breaks that record, that needs to be a WrestleMania moment. But as soon as they started off SmackDown with talking about opportunity and bringing up some of these younger guys, wonderful choice with Dolph Ziggler. Probably one of the most exciting moments to see him win that. And it's not bad for Ziggler going from being the dark match against Baron Corbin a couple pay-per-views ago to being the headlining match at SummerSlam. Who's going to come out of there as champion? That's a very good question. I think if I had to put my money on anybody, it would be Ambrose at this point, simply because, again, I don't think that he's the transitional champion, but would be an awesome moment for Ziggler to take it in the end at SummerSlam with the title. All right, some other matches that I think that could come into SummerSlam now that we know where all the superstars lie, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, or at least some matches that I would book. We got Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. This would be an awesome match to have two technically heels going toe-to-toe. And why do I call them technically heels? Because Kevin Owens is billed as a heel, even though everybody loves him, and Roman Reigns is billed as a babyface, and not everybody loves him. But I think it would be really great to see those two in singles competition. Again, with Roman Reigns, I think it is best to keep him quiet, take the microphone away from him for a while, concentrate on what he does best, and most importantly, take away the Superman gimmick. Another match on the SmackDown side of things that I think would be phenomenal to watch, no pun intended, is AJ Styles versus Bray Wyatt. You talk about two phenomenal, again, no pun intended, you're talking about two excellent in-ring performers, and you put them together, and I think that would make for a stellar, possibly show-stealing match. With John Cena being out of the main event, it took me a while to think about who they would pair him with, and I think if you look at the past history of Cena, bringing up some of these younger guys and helping them get over. And I think he did that with Owens. He did that with Zayn to an extent. And I think Baron Corbin will be the next guy that could really establish himself as a heel against John Cena and have a really solid match to help not necessarily get him over, because I do feel that he is over, if not very close, but definitely way over that edge in terms of headlining potential. Some other matches that I think that would be cool, if we're just kind of throwing in some here or there, would be American Alpha versus the Usos. It'd be some really cool face versus face tag team competition, and would make for a solid either dark match or maybe that first opening bout as they kick off the pay-per-view. Talking about the championships, you've got The Miz as the Intercontinental Champion, and I think as hot as Apollo Crews is right now, he would be the ideal person to not only go against The Miz, but take that title away from him. With the direction they're going with these NXT guys, I think this would be a perfect fit. On the Raw side of things, with the United States Championship, it is time for Cesaro to up his... I'm not even going to say up his game. It's time for WWE to up their game in terms of promoting Cesaro, and he needs a championship. You got two heavy hitters, two strong powerhouses in the ring, and it's time for Cesaro to take one closer step to being the guy. On the tag team championships side of things, I originally thought it would be cool for a triple threat tag team with Enzo and Cass, New Day, and then Gallows and Anderson. Here recently they did kind of a teaser that it was going to be New Day versus Gallows and Anderson at SummerSlam, so I'm not sure if Enzo and Cass are going to fit into that equation, but I think it's probably time to get the belts away from the New Day. And furthermore, I think it's time for a new looking championship, tag team belts. Some other matches I can throw out there that again would probably be a little bit more on the dark match side of things. Sami Zayn versus Neville. I know we've seen it a million times at NXT, but on the platform of SummerSlam, this is something that if they threw it in as a dark match, it'd be a disappointment, because this would be a show stealer for sure if you put those two guys on a bigger platform in a huge stadium. Another match that I think would look really great together, you get Titus ONeil versus Braun Strowman. Two powerhouse guys who can stand there toe-to-toe, eye-to-eye, and would make for a tremendous match. And then also, here's the big question mark, the Cruiserweight Championship. I know that the tournament goes 10 weeks and that actually goes past SummerSlam, but I think there's something that's going to happen at SummerSlam that either announces that we're going to have a Cruiserweight Championship, or perhaps you're going to see part of the tournament defended at SummerSlam. I know that they're saying that those Cruiserweights are going to come to Raw, and I think this would be the perfect opportunity to get us excited about that, whether they're announcing a championship or whether you see a couple matches, whether it's dark or whether it's right at the beginning. I think something is going to go down right there at SummerSlam. So right now, that's my predictions and my theories. Let me know what you think. Throw in some comments, hit some like buttons, and we will talk to everyone soon.